Hey everybody, it's Julianne from Cary Quilting Company in Cary, North Carolina. Today is Friday, September 25th, and we have a lot to show you today. First up is more fabric from Stof France, which we began showing you on Wednesday. Again, just for a reminder, these are sort of pick and choose. There's not really a major collection involved, but I really liked this print because of these tiny, tiny little quilt squares that you'll find throughout. So that could make an interesting bag or maybe a surround for a quilt label. Lots of options there. This is another lovely color, and I think that there are a few that kind of do go together here called Oriental Express, which is kind of interesting if you think about a French version of a Oriental pattern sold in an American store. That's a nice tiny, tiny print. The calicos are starting to come back in. So if you're a fan, you're in luck. And if you're not, you better learn to like it because I think it's going to be here for good in not too long. Another print from Oriental Express from Stof Fabric. Here's a nice little border print. And then finally, this I think was my favorite print in the whole thing, which looks like Oriental rugs all layered on each other. That would be a great jumping off point for adding in colors of your own or blenders. I think that could be a terrific main piece in a future quilt. All right, next up we're going to stick with the same color theme. This fabric is, let me get my notes, called Cashmere. It's inspired by the archives of Sanderson, who is a British manufacturer of fabric and wallpapers from the 1860s. And again, the line is called Cashmere, and it's kind of fancy. This actually falls pretty solidly in the fall zone, if you ask me, color-wise. And you've got your ravens and other birds with super fancy tails. So this is a new offering by FreeSpirit Fabrics, which is definitely one of our favorite suppliers. There's a nice coordinate to go with. Looks like it has texture, but it's definitely flat. I love when fabric designers do that, make it look like there's texture. And this also has an interesting kind of mottled feel to it, almost like it's faded or hand painted. I like the purple in that as well. And again, here's another gorgeous piece with a really unique colored background. A few minutes ago, Lori, the inventory manager, and I were trying to decide what to call this color. So if you have an idea on what you think this color is, feel free to chime in the comments because we couldn't decide between brown, purple, taupe. We just didn't know what to call it, but it is beautiful. Next up, we have a huge paisley, which could definitely be used in lots of fun ways. And then another large scale print. I think I'm going to open this one up so we can really appreciate what's going on with this one. Look at that. It almost looks home dec in scale. That could make a very interesting border or backing, or even if you fussy cut the flowers, they could be the centers of blocks, and that could be fun as well. And then one more coordinating piece that sort of ties the line together. Again, that's called Cashmere by FreeSpirit. And last but not least, it is Fat Quarter Friday. We provide Fat Quarter bundles curated by our shop staff every Friday, and this one's coming untied. But this collection today is called Doxy Party, curated by Susan. Susan has a particular affinity for dachshunds, and the dachshunds in this top print are truly hilarious. And then she's added 5 colors to go with this main print from, it looks like mostly the grunge collection and the grunge dots. So a fun jumping off point for your next quilt for dog lovers or specifically dachshund lovers. These Fat Quarter bundles will be available in the shop and online while supplies last. Some weeks we run out right away, and some weeks we still have a couple by this time in the next week. So if you like Doxy Party, be sure to grab one in the shop, online, or curbside as soon as you can. Just a reminder, Quilt Carolina starts next week. If you've not yet purchased or ordered your Quilt Carolina project book, you can have 10 original patterns for $16. The book can be just yours to use, or it can be your passport for lots of more fun for the first 10 days of October. So if you'd like more information on that, please just search Quilt Carolina on our website or go to quiltcarolina.com. Hope you have a great weekend filled with lots of sewing and lots of fun with family and friends now that it's finally fall. And I hope to see you again here on Monday. Bye.